I'm here with Dean and Carrie, and we're at the Pershing Square where there's the student-led global climate strike. We've talked to a lot of students, and now we're going to talk to some baby boomers like myself, because we have been accused of giving them this world, and I know I myself have been fighting since the first Earth Day. What about you?
Absolutely. I've been doing the same thing out on the streets for a long time, still out here fighting this fight, and I feel responsible for creating a world like this for my children.
Well, that's very magnanimous of you, because you said that you've been fighting. What more could you have done? Why do you feel responsible?
I on a personal level, I take it very seriously. I ask my husband how serious I take climate change.
All right, I'm going to ask him. Dean, how seriously does she take climate change?
We have not had anything disposable plastic, as in bags, water bottles, paper napkins, paper towels in our house for 20 years. And we're very concerned actually about the commercialization of water and the stealing of water by corporations like Nestle. The market that never existed 30 years ago of water sold in stores. And
I always say we managed to stay hydrated in the 60s and 70s before bottled water. I wonder how we did that.
It's a corporate con.
Speaking of corporate manipulation, we have the mainstream corporate media. I never say the mainstream media without the word corporate media, because my first career, and now in my later life, my last career is in media. And I saw consolidation in the 80s when I got out of college. Now it's even worse. There's 5 companies that own the media, and they're all corporations. And we talk about Bernie Sanders, for example. He has been either dissed or erased on the corporate media. And why is that? Because he challenges every single industry, whether it's the fossil fuel industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the insurance industry, the military-industrial complex. So naturally, these corporations want to push.
Okay, except that he's pushing that particular agenda as his narrative, and I disagree with that. I don't think he was pushed out by the media. Sorry, I disagree with you.
You don't think the fact that a Big Pharma ad was on the debate?
I don't like as soon as you say Big Pharma, I'm suspicious of your wording. Makes me you sound like a conspiracy theorist.
You don't think objectively that there's 5 companies that control media, 5 companies that control big ag, 5 companies that control...
I do think that. Absolutely. That's a fact.
That's pure monopolization.
But also a fact is that there are ways to find out information through corporate media, through alternative media, and to just blame corporate media for Bernie's results in for the 2020 election, I think is inappropriate.
No, I don't just blame them. There's a lot of blame. The DNC.
Excuse me. That's what you were saying when you said corporate media is pushing Bernie aside.
That's what they're doing right now.
There's lots of people. I blame people for not being informed. And if you think that people don't look for other ways to find information, I think you're mistaken. You're doing it yourself. But I think your partisanship is showing, and I don't think that's appropriate in a news interview.
Okay, don't you think, look, everybody has a bias that they bring into their work, right?
If you're a journalist, you shouldn't be biased then or represent yourself as you're on Bernie's team and you're
not on his team. I'm not a staffer from 2016. From 2016.
It doesn't matter. You're wearing his hat right now, and so you're interviewing us, and then you're trying to put your bent into what we're saying, and that's what I think is wrong with what you're.
I would encourage you.
You talked me out of my opinion when I expressed an opinion about conspiracy about.
And I would say
that's insulting.
I would say
to call my beliefs a conspiracy theory. Don't you think?
I wasn't.
Because the word conspiracy theory is bandied about.
Pharma is equally as provocative.
It's an objective thing as big
pharma.
How would you refer to them? The pharmaceutical industry?
I would say that. Wait, I want to say, Big Pharma has a right, just like you do, to place ads wherever they want. And if big corporations want to accept those ads, they can. If they don't want to accept those ads, they don't have to. And that's, democracy isn't just about. It just isn't about.
I think the voice that spends the most money speaks the loudest.
Get money out of
Yeah,
absolutely. Get money out of
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Bernie's talking about public financing of campaigns.
Hey, that's fine. So are other people. Why don't you say Elizabeth Warren is talking about that? Why don't you say people have been talking about that for 50 years? People have been talking about that since Watergate.
Al Franken has been talking about that for.
Also, one of the 8 women he groped was one of my friends.
You know what? I'm not going to try somebody in public. I'm not going to try him. He's not on trial here.
Okay, thank you very much.